Play. Attack the mine.
Oh, hi. Yeah, I'm not done yet. Let me do another one of these. This is from last week again. I've got stuff from this week too, which I will get to
You are on
in
red.
its turn. I'm far too busy collecting federal packages trying to shore up the ailing liberal empire, which is really getting the shit kicked out of it. Apparently, I did some Google research and discovered that what's going on with the liberal empire is that a bunch of people that had sort of made it their job to support the liberal empire there had quit the game because they didn't like the way that Frontier had arbitrated some of the fancy maneuvers they were making, and it didn't turn out in their favor. So in a fit of pique, they quit the game completely, leaving the liberal empire to flounder, which is typical spiteful bullshit. What can you do? I don't know these people. They're probably English. That's all I can tell you. Well, anyway, there's still a ragged few hanging on there and running their federal packages, and I don't know if anybody's doing a whole lot of undermining or anything, which is another activity I could get into at some point, but I'd have to tank up my ship for that. And I'm really not eager to risk 10 million a pop on these ships when they inevitably get shot down doing that kind of crazy nonsense. But that might be something I can get into at some point. If I ever get around to getting around to joining a wing of some sort, because that really is the way to do it as far as I can tell. If you're going to go around undermining other systems, good idea to have 2 or 3 people there to help you out, because it makes a huge difference when you get into these dogfights. We're kind of dominating this match, aren't we? Oh well. Yeah, this is Serenity from last week, and you see I'm being very frantic, looking both ways and so on. We've got fun times and bar on this team, so this is a completely stacked up match. Yet nonetheless, it's going to end up being a little bit more even than you might suspect. Yeah, when you've got when you're basically reduced to a few regulars and the occasional newbie that comes in, this is what happens. There's a few people that are just incredibly good, and everybody else is just sort of struggling along, like myself here. I'm trying to get the berserk there to go hit the core with. You can just about hit the core from that position if you don't fall off the platform like I just did. Well, let me try to get back up there and salvage this before my berserk runs out. I'm just going to get in the vehicle and try to fly up in there before the prime goes down, which it just did, so I completely wasted that maneuver. Let me go back up in there. I'll use this berserk to take the tank out, which is always a useful thing to do. Alright.
Defend the mine node.
Okay, well I was also thinking, to fill up some of this air time here, I was gonna read one of my Yahoo posts. One of my other activities that I waste my life away on is posting answers on Yahoo. Yahoo Answers, which is a complete waste of time and will probably go by the wayside shortly as soon as Verizon gets done completely gutting Yahoo and selling the parts for money, which is probably what they're going to do. Although God knows what they can get out of Yahoo that's worth 50 cents. How they're going to justify the $4.5 billion they spent on this company, I have no idea. I mean, what does Yahoo have? They have email servers, right? They do that. Oh my God, we just got blocked. I hope I can salvage this one. No. Come on, stand still. Oh, there goes the nuke. Yeah, that's going to save us. They have, I don't know what Yahoo does. They do an email server. Their search engine is horrible. You might not even suspect they had a search engine that's so bad. Why would you ever use it? Google kind of destroys everyone else where search engines is concerned. But anyway, they do have Yahoo Answers, which is a completely pointless feature, which serves no practical purpose whatsoever except to expose you to the ads, I suppose, and provides you with the opportunity to be a really snarky jackass to all kinds of people for no good reason, except your own entertainment.
Blue core is secure.
And the entertainment of reading some of their snarky ass answers to other people. So that's the way most of my answers are, is just being a complete asshole to strangers who've never done anything to me. But I enjoy it. I think we all want to be an asshole deep inside. I know I do. But yeah, those, I'm not going to bother reading any of those because they're a dime a dozen. That's people asking, could I be pregnant? The answer is clearly, well, yeah. What else are you going to tell them? No, but every once in a while I do get an answer that I look at and I say, I must be some kind of fucking genius. Not to have an overly inflated view of myself, which I do actually, but yeah, sometimes I really like the answers I come up with. And this is an example of that. What did this idiot ask me? This complete moron who doesn't deserve to live asked me. What did he ask? Let me go back up here. Do you think that globalism? There's a buzzword right off the bat. Yeah, we were already touching a nerve here. Do you think globalism, this just draws your eye, doesn't it? Do you think globalism will lead to some kind of Star Trek utopia or plutocracy? Let me read that again. Gotta get the inflection right. Do you think globalism will lead to some kind of Star Trek utopia or plutocracy of rich people ruling poor people? Well, there's a loaded question. You can see he's trying to kick up some shit here. He's a shit disturber. That's what he is. Yeah, I got to go in here and teach him a lesson. Well, no, really. I think it's kind of an interesting question. It's one of those things. It's one of those things I like to talk about because I'm more or less a science fiction fan, although I don't really consider myself as obviously inferior as most of them. I think I'm a little bit better than they are on the whole. But yeah, I still am a fan of sorts. Although I don't associate with those people. But this kind of thing does kind of lead me on to get on here and say all kinds of stupid shit. In this case, what did I say? I'm just going to read this verbatim because that is the way to do it. Here we go. Science fiction in general tends to envision the whole range of possibilities from dystopic to utopic, all for the purposes of the story, of course. Star Trek in particular was always extremely sketchy and never very consistent in its description of the Federation's supposed economy. It was always, after all, a TV show come movie franchise. Science fiction in general is a whole other thing, really. Which, is always true. I'm not sure if that actually gets within a mile of answering his question, but we go on from there. More typically, or at least quite often, you get scenarios with, yes, a single world government or a small number of large hegemonies in competition or conflict, with the whole situation being portrayed simultaneously as something that inevitably arises in planetary politics if civilization survives at all, and as something that ideally anyone with a taste for individual autonomy would desire very much to get away from as far as possible, hence space opera. Which, again, is totally true, and again, I have no idea if that actually answers his question. I'm thinking mainly of Robert Heinlein and all his many imitators. I mean, God, there's no end of science fiction authors that just basically write Heinlein over and over and over again, and why not? He's very entertaining. Anyway, science fiction writers in general have not been given to pretend that what they were writing was ever likely to be any kind of accurate depiction of the future. They write for entertainment or to air their own peculiar views on contemporary things in general, which again is all true enough. Usually it's escapism or they've got some kind of axe to grind and they're there for you, so. Okay, Star Trek's championing of virtues like multiculturalism, another loaded phrase, just to get pissed off, was groundbreaking for TV, of course, but if I were going to speculate about its vaguely utopian economics, I'd say that would have more to do with the advances in technology shown and their application towards exploring and economically exploiting much of an entire galaxy. Multiculturalism does play into this, as you can tell by looking into the multicultural nature of all science these days, but without the technical advances themselves, you wouldn't have this high seas, Horatio Hornblower type of adventure scenario and all its burgeoning economy behind it either. Again, all completely true. What this has to do with this question, not sure. Anyway, not that prosperity by itself is any guarantee of utopia. On the other hand, the obvious historical parallel to this kind of space opera being, of course, the great age of European expansion and the winning of the American West in particular, an age of often spectacular, often unprecedented prosperity for large numbers of people, and an age in which literal wage slave and liberal chattel slavery were widespread for centuries. Which you can see what I'm saying there. You can have a prosperous nation that's kicking all kinds of ass, and there's still a bunch of evil bastards in many ways, and screwing all kinds of people over and leaving all kinds of people in misery. There's no reason that can't happen. Okay, well, I think issues of nationalism versus globalism are non sequiturs where this kind of thing is. Where this kind of thing is concerned. In big square brackets, America at its most nationalist, and I should say its most prosperous, well, relatively prosperous, to the rest of the world, was also at its most racist, exploitative, and for many people, dystopic, I would dare to say. In the extreme, even in periods of great prosperity. Yep, well, I'm probably going to have history professors just, If some history professor read that, he'd probably scream bloody murder and just want to, shoot me on the spot because I have no idea what I'm talking about, really. But I enjoy this kind of thing. Anyway, the most I would really say for sure about this, trying somehow desperately to claw back onto the subject before I end this. The most I would really say for sure about this is that technology itself, the advance of technology, is a necessary component for prosperity, if not a sufficient one, and that prosperity is a very important part of any hoped-for utopia you might be planning on. As I say, it may not be enough for prosperity and advanced technology, but it would damn sure help if you had them, If you're gonna hope for utopia, and I suggest it would probably be best to hope while you still can. Just a little, that's some evil foreshadowing for you, just in case we all blunder into World War III here and end up, crawling through the sewers looking for food. If you're gonna hope for utopia, and it would probably be best to hope while you still can. I just love the evil way I did that. I'd say it is indeed about more than just nationalism versus globalism, and that's as close as I'm going to get to answering his question, I think. But regardless of that, we're not here to answer questions. Really, I think we all know that. We're here to get our rocks off linguistically, so to speak, and hopefully piss off somebody who really needs to be pissed off. That's what I live for, basically. But yeah, that's the kind of thing that every once in a while I do get to make an answer like that, and it just makes my whole day. I just read it over and over again and just congratulate myself on how clever I am for having come up with this bullshit. On the other hand, most of my answers are things like, I don't know. I'm going to write poetry and limit my time to the internet. Okay, we'll be right here. What else can you tell me? We'll wait for you. We're here on the internet, just floating around in space, and whenever you get around to it, you come around and we'll abuse you some more. Yeah. Well, it's a hobby, what can I tell you? It's about the most pointless hobby I've ever had, but yeah. I'm not going to build a lathe in my basement, or God knows what, construct sailboats or strap a jet engine to my ass and fly through the air like some of these other people. I suppose it would make me famous, but I'd rather not die. I'd rather not die to become famous in that particular way. How's this match going? We're way behind. Yeah, we've got like the two best players here, and we're getting our ass kicked. Well, we're about to lose our tank, aren't we? No, we still hang on to that tank. Yeah. Who's in that tank? Cold Flu. He's a good player. Well, it looks like we're regrouping here a little bit. We can heal up. I'm about to catch an arrow. That's not going to kill this vehicle yet. These shock balls may provide a little bit of cover. I need to get under the cover of them rocks before this vehicle gets finished off. I'm going to make a dash for the front, and because the nuke is there, That other player got that. And because the blue levy's coming in, and we definitely want to get a hold on that other prime before that levy gets himself into position, because it's going to be a lot harder. That guy's got the jump boots. There's support dog for you. Okay. Okay. Well, we grabbed the node. So the next thing, aside from holding on to the node, which we failed to do, is to get that levy down as quickly as possible. Although it would be nice to do that after getting the mine node out, because if you knock out the levy with 2 seconds to go on the node and the other team has that node, they're just going to have another levy. Okay. Yeah, we're good. We got the mine node out and the levy's gone. We're about to lose our prime though, because that is, that's the consideration. You have these secondary objectives that are really important, but then behind those, you're still trying to hold on to your primes. You got to kind of choose carefully which way you're going to go, and try to keep as much of an idea as possible on what the rest of the team is doing, because you don't have any direct communication. You just know the map really well, and they do too. And you know what needs to be done, and hopefully they do too. We're losing our prime. And I'm taking up a defensive position back here. Keeping an eye on the mini-map, I can see our orb is coming up. Hopefully he'll cap. Our tank is still back there. Yeah, okay, we got our prime back. Okay, well I guess I was going to go on the offensive, but I got that Scorpion there, threat to suicide. That turret up on top about to take me down. Yeah, that went nowhere. Well, let's support the tank. Cold Flu is taking the low road. I could go support him, but I think I'd be better off going the other way and taking out whatever's coming this way. Hopefully I can take this tank out. I don't have to. If I suicide on him, yeah, I don't have to. He was weak anyway, and I just had to lob those shots up over the hill because he couldn't shoot back at me that way. That leaves me free to back up here and get our prime back, which we kind of need to do. About 3 minutes left to go on overtime, and yeah, unless we get some shit going on here, we're about to lose this one. We will definitely lose this in overtime. Well, maybe. We do have blue reduced back to nothing but their prime. And let me see, back up here and go to the turret and just play defense while we wait for somebody else to pick up the orb. I don't like abandoning the tribe when it's open like this, because they can just walk in here with it with their orb. Okay, their prime is down. Now I need to get out of this turret. I need to get out of the turret. I'm wasting my time in this turret. I need to get out of it. Thank you. Okay. We'll go back and grab the orb.
I've got the orb.
As soon as it spawns here. Yeah, we got it. Pick up the armor if it's available, which it is, and the sniper rifle, just in case I manage to get a lucky shot with that. And, well, we're probably about to lose that blue prime again. Yeah, we did. But since I don't have a tow, and since the mine node is right there, well, no, that's not a tow. That's somebody trying to kill me. Okay, I think I did manage to nail him once with the sniper rifle, but clearly it was a body shot, and he had some kind of armor or something. Hopefully I can take out the mine node. Yeah, the blue orb's coming in trying to counter that. But he was a little slow, so they're not getting any levy anytime soon. They are, however, taking our prime down. Okay, the blue orb's out. I'm down to 45 points. Let me pick up a couple health balls and a tow, I hope. Yeah, there we go. That's Bar in the tow. He could do a fling, but we're not really in position for it. He'll probably toss me over here. Yeah, we go. Hopefully landed right on top of it. There we go. That's what we want to do. Let me grab that vehicle. Nope. There's the tank right there that I did not see. Well, okay, I need to get the hell away from our prime because the action is over there at the other prime. There's still a tank over there, obviously. Let me try to get in a position to put an arrow into him. Or 2, or 5 more likely. I'm not sure exactly how many arrows you need to kill a tank, but it's definitely more than 2. I don't want to go that way. He'll just nail me right on the hill. Yeah, he's backing up. He's got damage on him. Hopefully I can get up here and finish him off. No, he's got somebody healing him, I think.
I've got the orb.
Need to be careful about which way I go so he can't get a clear shot at me. We're building our prime. Our prime is up. I feel like I should have gotten that combo. Yeah, at the tank. Yeah. These guys in these tanks, man, you know, they only have to hit in the general area where you're at, and you know, you play this game, you play this map a few thousand times, and you get a real good idea of just exactly what pieces of ground you can hit from where.
Overtime.
Because the terrain doesn't change. Oh, I think we're dominating now. Yeah, we've got the enemy prime.
Attack
The mine node is blue, but there's 40 seconds on it. If we keep that levy alive until the mine goes bad, we'll probably be okay there. But I probably ought to cap that mine node just in case that levy goes down with 2 seconds to go on it, because then you're going to have a blue levy coming out right away afterwards. Oh yeah, we're nailing their core now. This is going to be over soon, I think. Oh, they could turn around again. We're still behind. No, I think this may be just about it. Oh, this guy's going to deny me. He's got armor. And he knows how to shoot combos. Yeah, he's going to take me out. Unless I can get a real good lucky shot. He's going to finish me off with a stinger. Damn it. Yeah, there we go. Well, it didn't matter. We kept the, oh, that thing is dead. Never mind.
Attack the mine.
Yeah, we didn't lose our levy. They didn't get one. That's probably going to do it for them. They've got a 1-point lead, but we're in overtime now.
Attack the enemy core.
It would have been a good idea to pick up. Oh, there's the blue orb coming in. They might get their node back here. Unless I can anticipate which way he's coming from. There he is. They're going to get it. They got it. Yeah. Before I could get into the vehicle. Because I must have the vehicle. Alright. I'm not going to steal your manta. Oh, yeah, that's why he got out. He wanted to make the thing. There's people in here that look down on you for using vehicles, but you know, what the hell? You know, they're in the game. That's a thing you got to do. And if you totally suck at being on foot and shooting people with your gun, it's just as well. You know, you get in the vehicle, you can help out, as long as you know how to use the vehicle. It's no different using the vehicles than fighting on foot, really. Let me steal your vehicle while you're there, and I'll just suicide it immediately, and he avoids the suicide. Yeah, we're about to finish this up. This is about it. There's a nice shot. Okay. Well, they may drag it out a little bit longer, but yeah, this is about it. It's going to hang back here, and no great need for defense either, because it's going to take them about 30 seconds to get their orb up here anyway. No, I'm not getting that. I'm not getting in that turret. They're too good at sniping from here. Yeah, this is about it. I'll just put some link fire on that tank to finish up, and that ought to do it, just about. Yeah, I still got that levy back there too. Okay, well, that's a nice one. That's a nice match. I'll try to do another one of these here. Have a good